This Could Get Dicey is a D&D podcast about dudes being bros. What adventures will they get into? Only time will tell. Like the name suggests, this podcast could get a little dicey. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Hello, and welcome to This Could Get Dicey, a D&D podcast where a group of buds get to unwind from their 9-to-5s and step into the world of Drugala. My name is Destiny Nieto, I play Lü'mis Bjorn, and before things get a little too dicey, I'd just like to say it's a beautiful day to take a picture, and it perfectly fit as your home screen.
Ooh.
Oh.
What's everyone's home screens right now?
Well, Desi, you first.
Yeah, Destiny, you first.
Mine is now this really great picture of David outside of one of our favorite restaurants.
Look how cute.
Wow.
Cachulo, look at him, looking cute, Cachulo. Look at those crazy
It's a
eyes.
funny
Look at
face
those crazy
he's
eyes.
making, but
Yeah,
what
so
a
it's just like
cutie.
he's making a funny face, and then there's just like a duty, and there's just like the trees just perfectly hit where the number is. He's kind of looking kind of at the number / you as you look at the phone. It's just a great picture.
Great picture.
Mm-hmm.
Great picture.
Everyone else
Alex?
in this
I haven't-
audio medium, please show your
You did a
screen.
Please
great
describe it
description.
in-
Your description was beautiful.
Your description was good.
Mine is a bunch of small little chibi characters of another D&D podcast that I won't name.
We don't talk about other D&D podcasts.
But they're so cute.
That
It's
is
a
cute.
perfect
That
little
is
phone
cute.
background.
I love that
but
little goblin character.
But we don't know
won't
them.
name.
We don't know them.
Okay.
And also my fucking not the home screen, but the other screen, like is the other characters from that show.
Oh. Boy, if you know what show this is, let us know, everybody. Based on Alex.
You haven't heard of it.
Okay.
You probably never heard of it.
Mine is a background from Elden Ring. Cool, there it is. It's two knights that are going in opposite directions. One is the Knights Cavalry and one are the Tree Sentinels. So they are opposites in this world of Elden Ring. And it's just great art. I wish I knew the artist's name. I'm so sorry.
That was a really cool piece of artwork. Did you all see Becky's camera flashing at us while she was holding her phone up?
No.
Do you see that?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is it doing that? Hold on. Why is it doing that?
What the hell, Becky? Your camera is without consent.
They're
Flashing
watching
at
us.
I don't
just
like
like-
what's happening here.
I think it might just be like how the light is hitting the lens. Everyone
you
at
can
home
see
right now, when I
yourselves
unlock
in my phone.
my screen, my camera on my face
Oh, mine does it too.
flashes.
Doing
Ooh, Destiny's does
weird.
it too.
What is that? I don't like that.
Me neither. My
It's
background's
not
my
taking
family.
photos.
Aww.
Oh, that's a really good. That's a really good family
that's a
photo.
great
My
picture.
wife and my daughter and my baby. And look at my wife's arms. Look how hot
Not
they
a.
are.
You don't have another daughter. It's a baby.
What?
You said my wife and my daughter and my baby.
2 children. Wait, come back to Whitney's arms though.
Wait, can you move it to the left a little bit more? Oh my God!
Damn.
Checked. Damn.
Okay, look at this selfie I took with your baby.
Is that your home screen?
No. Anyway, that was just Destiny's beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Alex Bendome. I play Ellis Bendome, and today's a beautiful day to reward yourself with a nap after you've spent the whole week not taking naps because naps ruin
Ooh.
your life. Naps are ruining. Hey, everybody out there, naps are ruining your life.
Naps ruin your life. I
And
agree. I'm not a napper.
I've been
unless I'm
on this
sick.
forever, and no one has believed me. My whole time I've known y'all, over a decade, I've been like, stop taking naps. They ruin
I don't
everything.
take naps. I don't take naps. Yeah, I only take naps when my body's
love
like.
naps.
Okay, so you love naps. Are you somebody who can just like time for a nap, close eyes, fall asleep, you're asleep?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you take like long out? Like how many hours?
Yeah,
are
how
your
long is your
naps?
average
Or like how
nap?
long are your naps?
It varies depending on what I need to do. Like maybe we're going out. I'm like, need to take an hour nap. Nap time. Hey, we're
Hour
going
nap's
out now.
good.
Sometimes it's just like a quick little cat nap. Sometimes it's like 5 hours. It depends.
Every nap for me takes me at least half an hour to fall asleep, and then I wake up, and it doesn't matter what time I fell asleep, the sun is down. And
God.
And I'm sad.
That's the worst kind of nap.
Yeah, and I'm sad and I'm groggy, and I'm like, uh-oh. And it's just like,
Yeah.
ugh.
No, I don't nap unless my body's like, girly, you're getting sick. Go to bed. And then I'll
Same.
just like pass
Actually,
out.
yes. I have a certain
And
outfit
that's-
I wear if I'm sick, and I put it on and I fall asleep on the couch.
I've seen it.
This is weird
That's it.
because I'm Kenny Chilton and I'm playing Emil Mazak, and it's a beautiful day to take a little. I know I just said don't take naps, but to take a little pre-bedtime nap on the couch watching TV. Like you lay on the couch and you watch TV
I
while at
love that.
nighttime, and you fall asleep on the couch, and then you get up at like 1:30 or whatever, and it's like, oh, time for bed.
First of all, great transition.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Second of all, you must have done this last night after you texted us to play video
That's
games.
exactly what
Literally.
happened.
I was literally.
That's exactly what
Or
happened.
was
I
that
text-
last night?
It's
Yeah.
like my bedtime routine. It's like, hey, who wants to play video games? And then
Good
you
night.
say, I'll be on in just a minute. Do not fall asleep. And then I go to sleep. It's like a siren's call.
Oopsies.
If there's one thing you got to know about Kenny Chilton, you put on a television, there's a 50-50 chance that motherfucker falls asleep. You get comfy.
Peace out.
And my aunt would call it horizontal time. That's the time like I'm done like watching my TV shows,
great.
and now I'm like preparing for bed, but I'm not ready to go to bed. So we're laying down. It's called horizontal
Yes.
time, and it really does prep your body to like go to
That's
bed
really good.
slash
I
fall
love
asleep
that.
on
I
the couch.
love that so
It's like
much.
a little
Yeah.
mini slumber party.
Yes, yeah, it would be like get in your pajamas. It's
Yeah.
horizontal.
If I
time.
just go straight to bed, I'm carrying the whole day with me to bed. This way I can leave it
That's
on the
right.
couch.
I never thought about horizontal times like meditation, clear your mind.
Oh.
Guy Fieri, callback.
Oh, yeah, the last episode.
Oh yeah, we did talk about sleep last episode. My name's Becky Schmader, and it's a beautiful day to put on a little record before you go to sleep. Kind of like put on a nice little record and close your eyes or play your Stardew Valley and kind of wind down for the night.
You got to tell us what record.
It's the Crooked Still vinyl from The Last of Us, but it's also a really good
Oh.
record. Shaken by a Low Sound. That's the album. It's called Shaken by a Low Sound. Fantastic album. The record's great. It has the album and then it has the live rendition of the album.
That's
So
cool.
it's fantastic. Yeah.
Add it
It's
to the
actually-
Spotify playlist.
Yeah, it's two records if you buy the vinyl.
By the way, thanks to
It's very
the hundreds of people who have been listening to the Spotify playlist of Tattoo Needles and the Pride and Prejudice soundtrack and Fall Out Boy, and whatever Alex said that one time. We really appreciate it. Now we'll add this record to it as well.
Yeah, the whole thing. It's very good though. If you do need it's nice folk music. If you're a fan of The Last of Us, you should definitely check it out. Because all of the songs from part 2 basically are from the album. Like the song at the dance. I don't want to get into spoilers because people watch The Last of Us, but the song at the dance, the song at the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say what the house is because Destiny's, I don't want to spoil stuff.
You could reveal the entire plot
I
to me
know.
right now, and I will forget by the
I
time
I
either
love that about you.
play
My
the game
favorite
or watch it.
my favorite quality of Destiny's is like, tell me everything I will not remember. With that, let us begin. Last we left off, our adventurers had met up and decided to investigate the missing boat down at the docks. They met some interesting people, perhaps unhelpful folk down at the dock, learning that the boat was filled with metal, and they then returned to Squirrel's Folly. They attempted to find a name for the party after discussing the recent happenings with each other. They decided that they would sleep on it and have awoken to a new day. So a lot happened, but less eventful compared to the previous episode 12, where a bunch of stuff happened. So yes, you all have awoken in the Squirrel's Folly. I assume, did Lü'mis sleep at the Squirrel's Folly, or did you go back outside?
No, remember, they were thinking
That's right.
of more names, and I just get up and walk out the Squirrel's Folly and try to find another secluded nearby area of plant life, plant matter, grassy place to meditate for the remainder of the evening.
Great. And you do that, and it is now the morning as you all convene in the main hall of the Squirrel's Folly to eat some breakfast.
Good morning, y'all.
Fool's Errand. Is that anything?
Fool's Errand is pretty good. I also thought of...
Lü'mis walks in, 180 walks out.
We're in the same place.
Wait.
We realized
Come
that.
back.
Same table and everything.
You could also, I thought of this kind of like last night as I was drifting off into dreamland. Los Lonely Boys.
No. No.
A very apt.
Alex, how will we ever make merch for that?
3 solitary
You
spotlights.
Dude, right now, if we just want to sink all hopes of us ever becoming like, I've put right now, hopefully you're listening to like, I get lost in my heaven. Remember that song? How far is it? Fucking great song. Anyway, well, anybody want a bowl of oatmeal?
Yes, I'd love one. I'm feeling refreshed. We've spent a couple days here now, and getting our bearings, and I'm feeling so good. Like we have momentum.
Yeah, we're about to go walk down a river, chasing after a boat that doesn't fucking exist anymore, and we have no idea where it is.
What else would you rather be doing? Am I right?
Nothing else. Just like open road. Mustard on the side for y'all?
Please.
No, thank you. I don't need any food.
Okay. And I like passive aggressively walk. Right, and I loudly go to Alara and I'm like, 2 bowls of oatmeal.
Oh, good morning, Ellis.
How was your salad last night, Lü'mis?
Stop. Yeah, Lü'mis goes, stop.
Sorry, just trying to make light. I won't do that again.
Good morning, Alarm. We're about to fucking head south, east, I think, southwest or something. To go fucking find that boat that went missing. Look, dog, we talked to Heidi. Didn't know shit. Talked to Gil. Didn't know shit.
Oh,
We talked to the 7 people that were in charge of that boat. They didn't know shit. So, I guess we probably should have checked in with you too. But if you don't have any leads, I think we're just gonna walk down the river.
I sure don't. I just know kind of what all those people knew. So I guess I could have saved you some time, but you didn't ask, so oops.
I mean, win some,
Gil's
lose some.
something though. Isn't Gil fun?
Yeah. Emil has the hots for him for sure.
Oh.
No, I was just excited yesterday because a very good library trip. You know how it gets.
Yeah. Apparently, fucking the library gets him horny.
No, well, no. I'm just.
Oh.
This is the first time we're seeing Alara disgusted.
A little, maybe not fully disgusted, but a little off-put. Just like, oh.
I was just excited about generally life and people yesterday.
I'm gonna go. I know this is my establishment, but I'm gonna go.
one bowl of oatmeal, mustard on the side. I like mine with the extra Dijon. Thanks, Lauren.
She shuffles to the back and gets you your oatmeal. Is there anything else you want to do before you head out?
As we're in the Squirrel's Folly, can I make a perception check of sorts just to see if anyone's watching us? I feel like Lü'mis is still clearly on edge just of all the given incidents that have happened, especially with Elizabeth.
Yeah, thinking about the same thing, like, I feel like as we embark on this other quest, the Court of Outlaws might be watching us. I'd like to see if we're being watched.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception, whoever. Now you're no longer exhausted.
Let's go. No more disadvantage.
Whew. Natural 20.
Sick.
What?
A natural 1.
You look around for anybody who might be of note or might be watching you all, and with your keen observation, you do not find anybody this morning. There's not even that many people in the Squirrel's Folly today, so no, nobody seems to be watching you all, at least not here.
I will run by Lauren really quick before heading out and be like, Lauren, without giving away too much info, we appreciate all your help so far. If anyone, wink, wink, comes asking about where we are, wink, wink, we are not skipping, and I'm not winking about this statement. We are not skipping town. We are helping you out. We are not you out, but we're helping this, like, we're doing this little side mission, and we will come back to go do another thing.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. I catch your drift.
We appreciate it. Yeah, just tell Elizabeth we're chilling. Bye.
Hey, where does a guy, Lauren, I'll walk up as well. From time to time, Venzor's Varieties comes across, like, some kind of elixirs that do some magical things. Where can a guy get a healing potion around here?
Oh, sure. Let me pull out our yellow pages real quick.
Oh, love yellow pages. While you do that, I'll extol the virtues of the yellow pages and why every business and home should have it. First of all,
you can go. What? There's a couple places. There's the burnt cauldron.
That sounds not good.
Bo Hobbles. Well, no, very good. Bo Hobbles makes wonderful potions. They're very talented at what they do.
But what is it? Bo what?
Bo Hobbles.
Bo Hobbles sounds fine. I'm talking about
That's
the
their
burnt
name.
cauldron.
Yeah, that's the name of their shop.
Bo Hobbles is the potion maker who works at the burnt cauldron.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Okay. There's and there's also Moondust Emporium. They might also have something if you need anything. That one's run by Davenal Moondust.
Moondust by Davin sounds like a cologne.
Oh, that's their other business. But yeah, I mean, there's other stores in town too, but those would probably be your best bet to find a healing potion.
Lauren, are there any stores that sell cloaks, capes, wearable items?
Probably the Emporium. That would probably be your best bet for that. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go get you a cloak or something. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah. If you recall, the plant ate mine.
Well, definitely let's go do that first. And if they happen to have any potions, but yeah, pretty smart. We should probably pick up at least one or two. Yeah, y'all want to go to the Emporium?
Lü'mis, you don't eat or drink as I'm walking out. So I like when you're in your little gaseous state. I don't think I could even feed you.
Every time you say gaseous state, it's so good.
When you're in your
every time you're like a little gassy.
Whenever you're like a little gassy.
When you go into your mist form, I'm not sure that I can. I mean, give you. What do I do? Just like, do I just dump the potion all over you or what?
Yeah, you would just dump it on me. I would say like splashing water in someone's face, but don't actually splash water in my face, please.
Like a coach after a sports game. Like, good job, you're dead. And I pour it on you. Okay. Then I think it's definitely worth getting one or two.
For sure. Let's head on in.
Cloak first. That seems more important. How's the weather today? Is it sunny?
It does appear to be a little sunny, yes. You all head over to Moondust Emporium, where you are greeted by Davenal Moondust, a handsome elven man with dark skin and braided black hair that comes to his shoulders. Well, hi, welcome into our establishment today. How might I be of aid to you all?
I need a cloak.
Okay. straight to the point. I love that. Okay, we have cloaks. Is there a particular color or
Black.
quality? Okay. Thickness? Thick or thin?
The best material you have to block sun.
Black sun. Okay. Yeah. Well, we have here a nice wool cloak. It'd be about 10 gold pieces.
Do you have healing potions here?
We do have just a small few. We sort of bring them in from the burnt cauldron, but we happen to have 3 today.
How much would those cost?
Each one would cost 50 gold pieces.
If you're gonna run us through the gamut on the cost of wool cloaks, you could at least give us a discount on the healing potions.
Roll a intimidation.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
7.
A fellow businessman, but this is not your store, sir.
Flame his ass. Well, I mean, I'm down to throw in for. I have enough money to throw in for one, so I can at least have a little bit of pocket change left over.
I can buy one as well.
I can buy a cloak.
I mean, I think just having 2. I also have like the ability to heal if need be. It's not like a lot, but I mean, like, you know,
I don't have the ability to heal anyone.
you can heal yourself, right?
Well, with a potion, sure. With a potion I could, but nothing else. Wink, wink at Ellis.
Sly. Okay. So
The guy's just standing there like, okay, work.
I'm just a normal businessman. I don't have any other capabilities.
Okay. Really selling
Roll
it.
deception just to like see if this guy's like weirded out by you.
7 again. I rolled so many 6s on this die. Get out
So-
of here.
Emil, why are you being so fucking weird?
Let's just get our stuff and get out of here.
Okay, so two potions in the cloak. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 50 gold for each potion, 10 gold for the wool.
Great. I
The
will
wool, the black wool cloak of excellent quality.
I'll spring 50 gold for a potion.
I got a little bit of change left over too, so if any of y'all are short on anything, feel free to
Same.
holler.
I have 67 gold left.
Oh shit, I only have 23, but you know, damn, Mr. Moneybags.
Lü'mis immediately puts the cloak on. Does he find anything in the pockets?
Wait, is this like a bit? Am I supposed to know the answer to this? Is there
No,
something?
I'm just saying, like, hey, why not?
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. Roll investigation. Making sure I wasn't missing something.
I
there.
found a
Making
picture of
sure.
a kid in a jacket I bought at Goodwill once. Like a picture of a child. And I was like, this feels... I couldn't buy the jacket because it felt weird.
Oh.
17.
Any kid pictures?
No,
Ugh.
that sounds horrifying. I don't like that.
I'd be like, this cloak is haunted. I return.
You find a gold piece.
Okay.
Excellent.
So it costs 9 gold for the cloak.
Should I have been searching every pocket of every article of clothing?
This podcast is about
Maybe.
to get boring. If there's gold
You
pieces
all-
in pockets, we're good.
You all leave Moondust.
No. This is becoming a pickpocket simulator.
God damn it. You all leave Moondust Emporium. Do you do anything else before you leave the city, heading out towards the river?
No, I'm bored and I'm excited and filled with energy. Let's go.
Yeah, let's walk.
You head out of Mistfall and can quickly meet up with the river and follow it to the southeast. It's a pretty large river, about 100 feet wide. You can see there are little offshoots that create creeks and streams off of the river as you move further away from Mistfall. You all make it about 40 minutes outside of Mistfall. Make an investigation check.
I am fucking... Little Pinky here is rolling hot with the 18s tonight. It's a 21.
6.
Natural 1. Lü'mis does not like where we're at right now.
Doesn't
He's
want to look at the river, doesn't
Yeah.
want to think about
very
the river.
distracted, has his hood from his brand new wool cloak up, just very laser focused on not falling into the water when they're very far from said water, but just super hyper focused of just like one foot in front of the other on the grass.
Everyone's a little, well, Emil and Lü'mis, you all are both a little distracted and not doing a great job
I'm looking
scouring.
really closely at Lü'mis, trying to figure out if they sweat or not as they wear this wool cloak.
on a sunny
I
day.
guess it is wind crisp, so that makes sense. But still, I'm like going through the whole thing of like he doesn't eat or drink, so he probably doesn't sweat. But what about when he fights? Does he get stinky ever? Does he ever bathe if he hates water? That's where Emil is right now.
That's where Emil's at? Okay. Ellis, you happen to be doing a great job of looking at the riverbanks, and as you all reach about 40 minutes outside of Mistfall, you notice that there's some mud displacement on the far side bank of the river, so the bank across the river from you all. And looking closer, you can tell that some sort of like creature created these marks, like some large creature like dug up onto the shore, kind of sat there for a minute probably, and then went back into the river.
I yell out, and I just yell, mud displacement!
Problem.
Problem! Mud displacement, over there. It looks like, I think there's a big son of a bitch, and he came out of the water, and then went back into the water.
And go ahead, now that you're kind of seeing this, go ahead and roll a survival check as well.
All of us?
Just Ellis.
Luck!
Problem. Luck.
Luck good. Natural 20 plus 1. 21.
Okay. You can kind of see that there appears to be some tracks on that far shore that lead further southeast.
Southeast! More alright, so mud displacement. There's some tracks heading more kind of similar to the direction that we're already headed. So we should. I think I picked up a trail.
Let's follow it. I mean, we're gonna stay on this side of the river though, right? So Lü'mis doesn't have to cross it.
We'll have to figure something fucking out if we need to get across the river.
Yeah. What exists to cross this river if we choose to?
There does not appear to be any bridges that you can see. You're still a little far north before there's like a river crossing to get to like the east side of Iceroon. So there's that. But there are trees around.
Lü'mis, what I could do potentially is cast blindness on you so you can't see, and hold your hand as I help you through the river. That way you don't have to look at it. Wouldn't that be not scary to be blind and also scared in the water?
Wouldn't I still be touching the water?
Oh, touching. It's the touching part, huh? Yeah. All right.
Do you bathe? I have to know.
You can't just fucking ask somebody if they bathe.
No, I think I can. If we're going to spend a significant amount of time together, I have to know. I have standards.
Great question.
Great question.
I like to imagine that you're like a chinchilla and that you roll around in dust and take dust baths. That's up to you. Do you like that idea?
Absolutely love that.
Okay, great.
I also like to imagine that since I am technically not alive, would I have sweat glands to make me stinky?
That's what I was
Probably
thinking.
not.
No.
You don't,
Yeah.
right? You don't like have
I
any
don't.
water in you.
Yeah, you don't produce anything.
I'm just here.
But you do take little dust baths, I think, to just
I like that.
kind of freshen up.
I like that a lot.
It just sounds nice. I don't know if you roll around like a chinchilla. I'll leave that up to you to decide.
Hold on. There's some weird noises happening outside. Everybody just remember what we were talking about. I need to go make sure.
While Alex is gone from the podcast, let's talk about how he's the big bad evil guy in this campaign. I know.
He has to be, right?
I know it's him.
No comment.
I know he is. He left Honeyguard for a reason. I think he's going to try and kill us all.
Well, I can't die, so you're shit out of luck.
Alex,
Good
when you're
luck.
editing this, you better fucking leave it in. Don't cut this out. Don't cut it out.
Literally.
Was it the squirrels?
No, it was hoodlums. Ugh.
Late at night. Oh, we
Yeah.
have bedtime?
It's Friday.
It's a Friday night.
They're out prowling. All right.
Maybe not quite rolling around. I love the similarities. Maybe not quite so cutesy rolling
Sure.
around. Put some respect behind taking dust baths for Lü'mis.
I'm not going to judge you too hard. You also sustain yourself by creating 10-foot circles of death, so...
Yeah, he's
maybe
only going to judge you a little bit.
just a tiny bit.
It's fine. I'm used to it, but like, to answer your question, no, I don't take the conventional shower bath, but I don't feel like I smell. Y'all are still around. You haven't actually said anything until I said I didn't like water.
You're one of those natural bacteria types. What a real McConaughey.
Who is McConaughey?
He's our god, and he's an awesome god. Well, let's at least keep following this river, right? And we'll have to cross this, I guess, metaphorical bridge when we get to it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
You all travel for another 20 or so minutes when you then see that on the far bank there's a little stream that kind of breaks off from the river, and yet there also seems to be flooding, like water seems to be like backed up from that side of the stream, and water's kind of becoming very stagnant in this area that you're in, as this water like backflows back from the stream it was going down.
The stream is across the river?
Yes.
Fuck!
Is there any way to get to the other side other than going in the stream river?
Roll a survival check.
Could I assist in this?
Yes.
Walking up and down the river, I'll be looking at like what natural resources are in the area that we could use to help like get Lü'mis across. I'm trying to like help Lü'mis brainstorm ways to get across.
Okay.
And I yell, I'm like, you can do it! And I'll give you bardic inspiration.
Do you want to roll with advantage, or do you each want to roll?
I have a +4 to survival.
Same.
Let's just both roll.
Okay, you both roll, but Lü'mis, you have bardic inspiration if you want.
Right. I will use said bardic.
Oh, that's stupid. You should have just rolled both. Sorry, I'm not metagaming hard enough.
Dirty 20.
Great.
Okay. You all kind of walk around the shoreline, or the shoreline of a river. I don't know what that's called. Okay.
The bank.
You walk the bank. You walk around the bank of the river for a little bit, and walking down south another 10 minutes or so, you're able to find some large rocks sticking out of the water. There's definitely, there's impressive gaps in between them, but there's definitely enough rocks that you think you'd be able to cross here. This is your best bet.
Would you say it's a difficult surface?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what feature you have, but fantastic. There's some rocks in the river in which you could use to cross.
Yeah, there looks to be some rocks in the river that may be difficult surface, but I feel confident in being able to cross using those.
Sick. Let's do it.
The rocks are a little bit spaced out, a little slick in some spots, so everyone make an acrobatics check as you cross over this river.
So, Becky,
Mm-hmm.
I have this feat called Superior Body that allows me to, it says the verbiage is climb,
Okay.
but difficult surfaces, including ceilings, without needing to make an ability check.
Oh. I would say, given your monk fortitude plus your vampiric body, that you're able to, like, elegantly leap across these stones to the other side.
It does say part of the copy on here is with an unearthly grace and ease.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is almost disgusting as it's like pretty, but also like, huh.
It's like, what episode of SpongeBob where Squidward, I don't know if he's handsome Squidward in this, but he's just like frolicking and like,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's that.
It's that. Absolutely. Emil and Ellis, what did you get for acrobatics? Or you could just choose to swim across the river too if you want to do that.
No, Emil will first take his jacket off and fold it up, and kind of like put it in his bag, a new backpack that he got retcon, because his old backpack is currently wrapped up in a plant.
Yeah, I assume they dumped the plant out maybe into like a box and gave it back to you or something.
Yeah, no, I probably got rid of that backpack just out of fear.
They gave you a different backpack. Okay.
I put my jacket inside of it, roll my sleeves up. I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to, it takes a little bit, but you're able to leap from rock to rock. They're large leaps, but you make it across safely.
I'm not too concerned about, like, you know, I don't mind just, like, getting in the water and wading through it. I rolled a 16 on acrobatics, though.
Okay, you're able to make it through probably on, like, the last couple rocks that you get a little wobbly and your foot slips on one of the rocks, but you're able to make it across. You all then head 10 minutes back north up to where the flooded waters kind of were. The water seems to be pooling here. There was, rocks and shrubbery that appear to, like, not usually be in the river. So there's, like, water above some, like, bushes, and if you were to get into the water, it'd be about up to your like, low waist.
Are there any signs of people in this area? Like people who would be hunting or living or something out here?
Roll an investigation check.
15.
There does not appear to be anything. You do see more of those muddy tracks, or kind of like mud pushed to the side, like a trough of mud kind of has, like, formed. Those same tracks that Ellis pointed out to you all earlier.
Great. I'm gonna then you see one of Emil's arms turn into, like, a green vines, and I'm gonna prepare the action Entangle for if something comes charging at us.
Are you all moving further down the stream, or are you just standing there?
Do the, I guess, tracks or uneven mud, whatever you call them, are there elsewhere other than, like, I'm looking for, see, there's tracks going elsewhere from where we're at right now.
You can see that most of them lead down this stream, but go ahead and roll an investigation.
21.
You see that there's been, like, quite a few of these tracks that lead kind of in different directions out of this stream. There's some that go further south, there's some that go north. The freshest ones are coming from the north and then down into the stream. But, like, the deepest track is definitely, like, the stream. So this seems to be, like, the most consistent path, is this thing is going down this stream.
Emil, do you want to try throwing one of your daggers to see if anything happens?
Good idea. With my regular hand, I will pull one of the daggers off of my belt and toss it in the water.
You do that, and nothing seems to happen. You can see it kind of plop down into the water, and there it remains. Nothing moves.
Maybe the metal in my dagger isn't precious enough. Although it took other weapons, if this is the same thing.
Yeah.
A boat came this way. An entire boat. When we came to that part, like 10 minutes further down the trail, would it have been possible for a boat to get through there? With the rocks and everything?
What a good point. Yes.
It could.
We'll say
it could have sailed
yeah.
through or over. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, clearly there's something here. Pointing to these same tracks. Do I know any kind of creature that could have made this kind of impression on the land?
Go ahead and make a nature check. Anybody who...
I hate nature.
Make one as well.
I'm not.
I rolled a 16.
19.
Lü'mis, I'd say in your travels you've, like, heard of different sort of, like, river creatures, maybe. You're not really, like, certain of what maybe made this, but it's very much like a creature made this, some sort of beast, not, it doesn't seem like it's a devil or, like, a humanoid thing or, like, man-made. It's very much a creature, but you're not really sure what kind of creature, just some sort of, like, water creature.
I relayed that to the other two.
Okay.
I mean, if a boat could have come through here, I think we should just keep going until we fucking find a big fucking, like, boat. Like, I
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Press on. I think we know there's some kind of creature waiting for us. If it comes at us, I'm going to try and tie it up.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give myself a little boost, and I kind of, like, wave my hand over myself as I cast Armor of Agathis at 2nd level.
You all continue down the stream. There's definitely some rocks and the embankment that Lü'mis is kind of skipping across to avoid getting into any of the water. And you all walk for about 15 minutes through this sort of, like, flooded stream, and then you come to a boat that has sort of been lodged into this smaller stream. It seems to have gotten to a spot where it got like rotated and it's like horizontal and it's blocking water from getting past it. But you also see that it's completely destroyed. The cargo there's no cargo to be seen. The boat has kind of been like crushed and torn apart haphazardly, but it's all the debris is still there, sort of blocking the water from getting to the other side.
An ecological nightmare. While we've been walking with Ellis casting this armor spell, I like to imagine I'm walking behind him. I definitely don't want to be in the front. I want to be like observing what this armor looks like, and if I can like ascertain the like, source of this magic, because this is one of the new spells we didn't see until after the crow flew through you, right?
I cast this
one time
already.
Yeah. I think I didn't have a chance to look at it really in depth then.
Yeah, what does this armor look like again?
Was sort of kind of my own flavor, kind of going off of the creature I spoke to and the crow that flew through me. You just kind of see like it's not super prominent, like it's not like I am suddenly like drenched in like black feathers. You just see like these like kind of like if you look really really hard and really focus on me, you can see them, but you just kind of see these kind of like little flowy bits or like around my like normal leather armor, and they're like these kind of spectrally like kind of greasy black feathers that are definitely see-through. They're not like super crazy present on me, but they're definitely there's some sort of armor on me.
Yeah, I think Emil will just clock that, but then obviously the ship comes up and is like, oh.
Yeah, you all come across this destroyed ship here in the stream.
Lü'mis, how would you feel about getting on the ship? I mean, it's kind of like raised up off the water still. I know it looks like it's crashed.
I mean, technically it's a bit higher than the rocks that I just crossed, so I think I'd be okay. I'd honestly prefer if y'all two stepped on it first, just in case if it doesn't crumble apart.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Awesome. Go ahead, Ellis.
You can take the boy out of scare, can't take the scared out of the boy. I kind of like find a way to like the nearest like entrance to like the deck of the ship, like ladder, if it's like broken pieces of wood or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, you kind of have to climb over some of the rubble or some of like these giant shards of like wood that have broken up, but you're able to make your way up pretty easily, climb up onto the deck, and there's some creaking, and if you like misstep the wrong way, a little piece breaks, but overall, it was a sturdy boat, and so this is still sturdy wood to an extent, so you can safely stand on it without it completely collapsing.
I think just like feeling kind of bold and brash. I'm not really stealthing through the deck at all, and I'm even like looking around and like just doing a quick survey. I'm yelling down to them like what I see.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
16.
Nothing really on the boat. It seems that most things have sort of been taken. You can see that there's, like wine barrels or ale barrels that haven't been touched at all. But any sort of cargo of note, or, this boat was allegedly filled with metal, and there's no like metal ore or ingots or anything to be found. You can see that the stream sort of like trickles past the boat a little bit, and you see that there is a cave on the banks 30 feet sort of away from you.
I kind of holler down. I'm like, hey, I think this boat's pretty picked clean. There's a cave not too far away. I think whatever we're looking for is going to be inside of it. Y'all ready to rumble or what?
Yep. If we have to, sure. I mean, this thing's just going to keep coming back. It seems like its appetite has only grown, so we might need to take care of it.
I would consider myself pretty gung-ho here because if we slowly but surely become heroes of Mistfall, they'll be pretty mad when Elizabeth kills us.
That's an excellent point. Let's go into this mysterious cave.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point.
Okay. You all climb over the ship and make your way to the cave. The opening to the cave is pretty ample. The three of you can like easily pass through it shoulder to shoulder with room to spare. The whole kind of cavern and tunnel that you're making your way through is, again, pretty large. You can see some of that mud that these like tracks that you've been kind of following kind of continues, and mud is on the walls and on the ground. And go ahead and roll an investigation check as you're making your way through this opening into the tunnel.
There's not like water in this cave, right? Like the water.
There's sort of like a trickle of a stream of like perhaps there's a spring somewhere in this cave, but there's no. The river doesn't go this way into the cave.
8.
6.
Natural 1 for 3.
Okay. There's mud on the ground and on the walls, and you all make your way further into the cave, where it opens up quite a bit, and it continues to open up until finally you come to a very large room filled with metals of all sorts. There's metal ingots, there's cups, there's plates, there's jewelry, there's weapons, there's armors, there's anchors, there's random pieces, there's an anvil. You even see large piles have formed and the ground is completely covered. I mean, this is a very large, like 50-foot room or cavern, and there's like mountains of metal pieces and probably, 4 or 5 mountains of metal, and it swells around, and this is like a sea of metal items.
Like a horde?
A horde, one might say.
Well, we found the missing shipment.
Is anybody home? Call out.
You do that, and from within the like depths of this pile of metal, a creature, a very large creature, emerges from outside of the metal, and it appears to be an enormous lobster, like very, very large, like the size of, like 15 feet, if not larger, lobster that emerges with like metal stuck to its shell, and it kind of turns towards you, and we will roll initiative.
Oh no. 15.
17.
18.
Ooh.
Okay, all right. Up first is this giant, large lobster, and it's going to kind of swim its way through this metal. And who is in the front? I guess, how are you all kind of laid out in this like cave opening?
I feel like since I stepped forward and was like, is anyone home?
There.
I'll probably
You'd be at the front. Okay. This giant lobster swims through the metal and heads towards you, Emil, and is going to swing twice at you, or swing at you with its claw and then try and pinch you with its other claw.
So it's like swimming through the hordes, piles of metal?
Yeah,
like
it's kind of,
a ball pit? That's so cool.
Yeah, it's like a ball pit of metal.
Like a ball pit of metal.
Okay, first hit is a 7 to hit.
No.
And an 11 to hit.
No.
Okay, so yeah, it's swimming and it's kind of clumsily, like you're maybe getting the idea that it's not like super aggressive. It just wants to like protect its stuff, and like maybe it's not the best fighter, but it swings at you twice, missing both of its attacks and kind of landing a little bit short. Next is Lü'mis.
Okay, cool. Hear me out.
Okay.
Could I, because we're in a cave still, right?
Uh-huh.
Could I, with my superior body,
Uh-huh.
run up the walls, go upside down on the ceiling, because I can do that now, and then come down and stab it with my spear?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's probably only like 15 feet in front of you, so you're able to kind of go 30 feet up in the air and then drop down 10 feet onto the back of this thing. You land amongst the metal that kind of makes it's like stuck to its shell. And yeah, go ahead and roll to attack.
That will be 18 to hit
That hits.
for 7 points of damage. And then I'm going to spend a key point to attack it 2 more times with my claws. Or attempt to attack it. 18 and a 19 to hit.
Yes, both hit.
Sweet. That'll be additional 8 points for the first claw attack, and then 5 points for another claw attack.
You are riding on its back.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, you just see Lü'mis just dart up, circular motion to the ceiling, and then drop down with their spear onto this metal lobster, and then as the spear is in their flesh,
Yeah, you kind of are able to like wedge it through its shell a little bit, like hitting one of the joints. And...
yeah, I take out my other hand and I just claw it twice.
Okay.
Now I'm riding this giant lobster.
Excellent. Next is Ellis.
Maybe skirting away from Emil, just to kind of not have us to be too clumped up. I will wave my hand as one of these like spectral feathers kind of shoots towards the lobster as I bonus action cast Hex.
Okay.
And then I will, with my other hand, you see another one of these sort of black purpley beams kind of shoot out of my hand as I cast Eldritch Blast.
What does Hex do?
Yes, please explain.
It's a bonus action, 90 feet, concentration for 1 hour. Until the spell ends, I deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to target when I hit it with an attack. Also, I choose one ability. Target has disadvantage on those ability checks. I will pick Strength. I will use a luck point on that Eldritch Blast roll. That's a little better. That's a 16.
That hits.
Great. 7 points of force damage and 2 points of... 7 points of force damage and 2 points of necrotic damage for a total of 9 points of damage.
Okay. Next is Emil.
Becky, feel free to say no to this, but I was holding an action in case something charged us.
Yes, you were.
Would this count as that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess you could do it. You could have done it as a reaction before, as it came out. So go ahead and do that, and then you can do your turn.
It's going to be an entangle at first level. So it needs to make a strength saving throw. It won't have disadvantage yet because it would have done this before the hex was there, unfortunately.
Okay. That's a 17.
That saves. He's fine. He's just on difficult terrain. As we all are now. I'm gonna do a rare D&D action here, and I'm gonna use the help action here in combat. In an attempt to assist Lü'mis in doing the most damage to this thing, seeing that he's on top of it. I'm gonna pick up an armful of the metal at my feet and just say, "This is mine now," and start running away. Trying to get this lobster to focus on me instead of bucking Lü'mis off of its back.
And is that your turn?
Yeah, do I need to make a check or anything?
No, I think you're drawing the attention of it with picking up the metal. I guess go ahead and roll a persuasion check to see if...
A 15?
Yeah, it seems to... it was kind of... I mean, it's a lobster, they don't have great eyes. Yeah. But it was kind of looking up at Lü'mis, or like trying to like bend its head to look up at Lü'mis, and then it redirects itself to look at you.
Okay. And
you move away.
I'll just start running.
Okay.
I realize that I'm within melee distance, so it may have an opportunity attack on me.
Okay. It will take that. And it misses. It's a 10.
Okay,
so
great.
That misses.
Yeah, I just have an armful of treasure, and I'm just gonna run.
And how far away did you move?
Just like 15 feet. I'm just trying to give Lü'mis the help action.
Great. It is the start of this creature's turn now, and each creature within 5 feet, so I think it's just Lü'mis, make a strength saving throw.
Ooh.
Does the help action, theoretically, couldn't Lü'mis have advantage on this to use the help?
Depends on what's happening.
I don't think so. This is its ability to... It's basically... This is its magnetic shell, and it's trying to get metal to stick to it.
What the hell? That's cool.
Yeah. So what did you get, Lü'mis?
5.
Your spear, because that's the only thing really metal that you're wielding, is it almost gets sucked a little bit deeper, in that it's closing its shell around the spear, and your spear is now wedged into this lobster, and it will not be easily removed from it.
Interesting. That's super cool. Does it take more damage because the spear is going deeper into it?
Good call, because just of how it was in it, it will take an additional 2 damage.
Okay.
As the spear kind of gets in there. So that was one thing it did. And then it's also going to go ahead and use its magnetic pulse. So everybody within 25 feet, if you're holding metal... This worked perfectly. Each creature within 25 feet is subjected to its magnetic shell. So if you're holding metal of any sort... well, obviously you are, Emil, but Ellis, are you holding anything? Like, do you have any metal on your person? You have, like, your ring and stuff. So
yeah, I would say probably my ring and my flute, which is, like, on a holster. It's like in a holster, like, on my belt.
Okay, so everybody make a strength saving throw.
Uh-oh. Oh, pretty good. Emil got an 18.
5.
6.
Ellis, you are pulled the whole 25 feet, and now you are stuck to this lobster. Probably by your, like, ring especially, but like the flute is kind of like trying to get up to it as well. So you are stuck to this lobster. You are considered restrained.
Okay.
Lü'mis, whatever kind of belt buckles or whatever that were on you, you kind of like are now stuck to the lobster's back as well.
Okay.
So you are restrained. Ellis, Emil, you're able to run away still successfully.
Do I take any
from
damage?
it. You do not. You're just
Okay, cool.
adhered to this lobster.
Cool.
Or restrained to it. And that is the lobster's turn. Next is Lü'mis.
Seeing as they cannot use their spear,
So yeah, restrained creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, and the creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
so I'm at disadvantage.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you will have advantage from the help action I took. So,
I love this image,
right?
though, of Emil being the one who's, like, carrying the most metal right now, like, getting away while everyone's just, like, stuck to the side of this lobster.
It's coming for me. The magnetic pulse is coming for me.
So seeing that Lü'mis cannot use their spear, they are going to just do unarmed attacks with their claws.
Okay.
So
And yeah, they'll just be straight rolls.
straight rolls.
since
Okay.
You have advantage from the help action.
Okay. So that does not hit. This is a 3.
No.
Or actually, excuse me, a 7.
No, that
Okay.
doesn't hit.
Okay, so then I'm gonna bonus action, gonna spend a key point to bonus action, and attack 2 more times with my claws. Just roll both of them. Does 11 hit?
No.
Does 18 hits, yeah?
Yes, 18 hits.
Woof, bad turn for Lü'mis. For 8 points of damage.
So yeah, your first 2 attacks, you're kind of like scraping, trying to get underneath the shell to kind of like hit the fleshy bit of the lobster, and on your third attack, you're able to kind of wedge it up enough to get under there and kind of poke at its meat, if you will.
That is my turn.
Excellent. Ellis, you are up. You are restrained and attached to this lobster.
Ellis, which is now, like, I imagine is, like, kind of, like, arms out, like, arms and legs out, kind of just, like, stuck to the sides of this lobster. Really feeling it. Really feeling the magic of it. I kind of, like, with my face pressed up against its body, I whisper, and I say, "There ain't gonna be no butter left in Mistfall after I'm done eating your fat ass." And I cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level. You need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
That's a 12.
Fail. So you will, that'll be 4d6 psychic damage plus 1d6 necrotic.
So hex is for any time you do damage, you get an extra d6?
Yeah. That'll be 18 points of damage total.
Excellent. And I know with Dissonant Whispers, it usually needs to run away from you, but since it's adhered to you, or you're adhered to it, and it doesn't really have, like, the will to release anybody, quite honestly, and it's also dumb as hell, it's going to run further into the cave, attempting to, like, run away from you, not realizing that you're, like, attached to it, and it's kind of like dive towards a pile of metal.
I will yell at Emil, and I'll just say, "Help!" and give you bardic inspiration.
Excellent. So yeah, the lobster has moved 30 feet back towards the cave. So Emil is probably like 55 feet away from the lobster about. Lü'mis and Ellis is still, you are still adhered to the lobster. It is now Emil's turn.
Okay. I don't have much of a choice. I will drop everything I'm holding and take the dash action. And when I use the dash action, I can use my charger feat to make a bonus action to melee attack or shove a creature. Should I try and shove this giant lobster? No, I'm gonna melee attack. So I will like speed across this pile of metal. And as I do, one of my arms turns into a tree root, and I will make a melee attack on the lobster. Am I flanking since it's running away from me?
Yes, I would say yes.
That is a 19 plus 5, 24 to hit.
That hits.
4 plus 3, 7, but since I use charger, I get an extra 5 damage. 12 points of piercing damage.
It's looking a little rough. You're seeing that like chunks of the shell are like cracking and being like lifted off from its tail, and its claws are kind of looking a little cracked up as well, as you all have been doing some damage to it. Next is the lobster's turn, and I need Emil, do you think you're carrying anything metal on your person?
Yeah, I have 3 daggers.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength saving throw then, as another as its magnetic shell here has a way to it.
Can I use my bardic inspiration on a saving throw?
Yes.
Okay, then that is a total of 6.
These daggers that are attached to your belt suddenly just have such like a pull to them, and you are now attached to the back of this lobster, and it's going to try and attack you, Emil, twice with its claws, since it's like you're the easiest one. Actually, it's going to do one. I imagine actually, Ellis, that you're sort of attached to it, one of its claws.
Sure.
And then Emil, it's gonna swing at you with Ellis attached to its claw.
Yeah.
Great.
So making a claw attack to Ellis and a claw attack to Emil.
Mash us together. Here I come.
Okay, to Emil, it is a 17 to hit.
Yo.
To Ellis, it's a natural 20 for 25 to hit.
That hits.
Oh no.
Okay.
You're gonna get stabbed on my daggers.
Ellis, you take 14 points of... Oh, wait, no, sorry. Emil, you take 14 points of slashing damage.
Oh, fuck.
Oof.
That is not the natural 20 damage?
No. Ellis, you take 20 points.
My Armor of Agathis, because I cast at 2nd level, was 10 temp hit points, so that goes away. So I still take 10 points of damage. But the lobster also takes 10 points of damage. The spell's gone. The spell's the black feathers go away from me now. So it takes 10 points of damage. I take 20, and I'll roll a quick concentration check. I make it so Hex is still up.
Lü'mis, it is your turn.
Just gonna try to claw this sucker. 'Cause that's all I can do with my spear still stuck in its shell. So 25.
That hits. Yes, that hits.
And then let's see how hurt this guy is. 8 points of damage.
Still going. You're able to kind of like lift off a whole chunk of shell off the back of it, opening up.
I am going to spend another key point for a bonus action to hit him twice with my claws. 16 to hit and 21 to hit.
It's going to hide into its shell a little bit, so you see it kind of like move, like some of the plates on its shell kind of move, and the metal kind of hunkers down around it, and it sort of creates this like metal mound that you all are still stuck to as it hunkers down. And so that first attack misses on that, but the second attack will hit.
Gotcha. Okay. So that will be another 5 points of damage.
Next is Ellis.
Still kind of stuck to its claw. I kind of weakly yell out after taking that critical hit. I go, "Soup's on, motherfucker!" As I cast Toll the Dead. And you need to make a wisdom saving throw as the sound of a triangle being rang out is going off. next to its head.
That's a natural 1.
Fabulous. And because I've taken damage, I don't roll a d8, I roll a d12. Plus
because
X.
it's taken damage, yeah.
I thought it was only if I've been damaged.
I thought it was the target. I might be wrong.
Okay, great. Well, great. Either way.
Either way, yes, you roll higher damage.
Oh. That'll be 7 points of necrotic damage.
It's still up.
Bonus action, I'll yell at Lü'mis and I go, just punch it until it dies. And Bardic Inspiration.
Thank you.
Excellent. Emil, it is your turn.
Okay, I will. Ellis, I'm gonna punch it till it dies. I'll make it a melee attack.
Okay. And you're it's a disadvantage. I forgot.
Yeah.
I've been forgetting actually all of these. Should have been a disadvantage.
12 plus 5.
That misses. Since it's a shell.
Gotcha. With my bonus action, I will just close my eyes as I'm still kind of connected to this lobster and focus on regrowing the parts of me that have been hurt. So whatever just got smashed, I'm thinking like the roots on my arms are like all broken up. I'm going to focus on repairing those. I'm going to use 2 hit die. No, only 5.
Next is the lobster's turn. As a bonus action, it's going to emerge from its shell again and whip its claw back again to try and hit Lü'mis with the Ellis claw. So it's going to attack both of you. 13 to hit Lü'mis?
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
and 11 to hit Ellis.
Nope.
It hurts itself.
No.
Punches.
No,
Stop
no, it
hitting
doesn't.
yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
But yeah, that is the lobster's turn. Next is Lü'mis.
Is it back in its shell or is it out now?
It is out.
Okay.
Which also, yes, you all are still restrained, so you do have disadvantage on attack rolls against the creature, which I've been forgetting.
Could I try to drive my spear even more into it to give it damage?
I will say you could do a strength check to see
Okay.
if you could like move it. So go
Okay.
ahead and do that if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll do an attack roll too, but I guess it's
Okay.
strength check to see if you can move it first.
Nope.
No.
Ugh.
Yeah, you try and move it, and it's just like this magnetic pulse is just like keeping it in its exact position.
Okay. Is that my action?
Yes, that would be your
Okay.
action.
As a bonus action, I'm going to swipe it with my claw.
Okay.
Just one. Or try to, at least. 17 to hit.
It is going to, having kind of felt you like wiggle the spear on its back, it's going to recluse back into its shell again, and that's going to miss. Next is Ellis.
Ellis is just being flung around, attaches his claws. He's like, ah! But while he's screaming, the bell is still ringing as I cast Toll the Dead again.
That's a 2.
Fabulous. Much better. 13 points of necrotic damage.
Oh my god. All right. Tell me how this happens as you kill this lobster with the bell.
I think just out of like, I think Ellis ideally would like to always say something funny or cool, but can't, probably only has the mental faculties to just like focus on casting Toll the Dead. So this ringing like pierces through this lobster's mind, and I like to imagine like it just like has an aneurysm, or like it just like fucking its brain like explodes inside its body as it releases. But I imagine it like probably maybe drops the magnetic thing as I'm being swung around. So you just watch like Ellis go like, I did it!
And like land in a pile of metal. Yeah.
It's like slam into the ground.
Yeah, I imagine like so like with the pieces of the shell that have like been removed too, you can kind of see almost like the meat inside like vibrate a little bit as like that bell like rings through it, as you see it kind of like puff up, the meat kind of puff up and then explode a little bit, not like the lobster's exploding, but like, you know, some of the meat kind of goes, and you have defeated this lobster. The magnetic shell disappears and you all are unstuck from the lobster shell.
I sit up and I say, I hope y'all aren't allergic to shellfish.
I hope you're not allergic to looting.
As I'm just like start stuffing stuff into my pockets.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, as you all, I assume all of you are kind of investigating and looking around for stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone roll an investigation check as you kind of check out this place for anything of note.
I think I have a concussion. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 20 for a 23.
Okay. The Lü'mis?
18.
Okay. Ellis, I think you just managed to find some like coins, so you get like 10 gold pieces.
Cool.
Emil, you're able to get 10 gold pieces, and Lü'mis, you're able to get 10 gold pieces. And then the two of you together are able to spot a couple of things. You first find a golden ring with a citrine crystal embedded in it. You next find an incredibly shiny set of plate armor.
Like the plate armor looks like magical.
It looks like, even like rub your like dirty hands on it and it just like withstands it.
Okay.
You see a sword that seems to be giving off a slight glow. You find 2 golden cups, each worth 10 gold pieces. You find 3 silver plates, each worth 5 gold pieces. And you lastly see a rod sticking straight out of the ground despite it hardly touching anything.
Oh, let's go.
But you don't have it picked up. Yeah,
Sure.
it is stuck.
How many silver again?
It was 3 silver plates, each worth 5 gold pieces. So yeah, that's what the two of you collectively find. While Emil's like, while Ellis is like, I found 10 gold pieces.
I say, yeah, here's the jackpot. As I hold up 10 gold.
Yeah, as Alice says that, Lü'mis just kind of turns his head to the hoard of stuff that Emil and I just found.
Ellis's jaw comically like hangs open as his eyes go up a wooga wooga wooga.
Yeah.
Emil or Ellis, do you like swords? Toss the sword in his direction.
Oh,
No interest in it.
I mean, I can swing one. I'm like, Lü'mis, you swing swords. You have spear. You like sword?
Could I? My weapons are simple weapons and short swords.
It will say yes. It is a short sword.
I'm so used to my spear, I haven't used a sword in quite some time.
Sorry, I didn't mean to assume.
Oh no, I mean that's. Why don't you try this sword on for size, see if you like it? I'm not really a sword guy myself. I have a crossbow that doesn't miss no matter what, as proven by laws of nature and science. So why don't you try out this cool sword?
I try out the cool sword. Becky, does anything of note happen?
It has this slight glow to it, and as you're kind of moving it around, it seems that it creates sort of a bright light in a 15-foot radius. Dim light for an additional 15 feet. So it kind of, as you're like moving it around, it seems to almost be like a glow stick that kind of gets a little bit brighter.
Okay, so y'all found some cool stuff for sure. Let's not tell anybody about that. We should head back into town and let them know that monster solved and we found everything. And then to see if we can also get paid on top of this.
Yeah, I love that idea. The ring with the citrine crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put that on.
Okay.
Does it like strike me as magical or anything? I'll also simultaneously be pointing out the rod that seems to be kind of hanging out in midair.
Emil, go ahead and roll an Arcana check as you put the ring on.
11.
It does seem somewhat magical in nature, but you're not really sure what's going on with it.
I'm wearing it.
Lü'mis is very intrigued by the rod.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check as you look at the rod closer.
8.
You like try and move this thing and it's not moving. You try and find anything that might like release it and you find nothing.
This rod just kind of seems to be stuck here.
Ellis, you have any experience with something like that? I'll take a look as well. See if I can move it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check if you want to look closer at the rod.
So 19.
19?
13.
Okay. Ellis, you walk over and Lü'mis and Emil are both like trying to like shake this rod loose. They're trying to like hit different spots to try and get it to move, and you walk over and just like tap a button at the very end of it and are able to pick the rod up like it's absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you know, I'm pretty good with the rods and stuff, and I kind of like twirl it around in my hands, and then I look at Lü'mis and I say, "Hey kid, catch." And I toss the rod.
Do you touch the button?
No.
Or you just throw the rod at? Okay,
just
making sure. Lü'mis has the rod now.
Yeah, these are kind of objects that you all can't really seem to identify, as you're not really arcane-centric folk. But you all have collected some of these treasures. Is there any last thing you want to do before you kind of like head out of the cave? No. Okay. You will grab these treasures and you will head out of the cave, and that's where we'll end this session as you make your way back to Mistfall.
I fucking love loot.
I love loot and I love killing fish.
And this has been This Could Get Dicey. I don't know if we should say this at the end of every episode.
Should.
But I've been saying it.
Okay, join me at the table. I've got the bibs, I've got the little hammer things, and some butter. Let's have some lobster. You can find This Could Get Dicey where all podcasts are streamed and on Instagram and TikTok at TCGDpod. If you found the show enjoyable, leave a rating, leave a review, and please share it with a friend. Thanks for joining, and stay tuned for our next episode coming out Wednesday, July 5th. Bye, everyone.